All right, we got some quick tests we're gonna do with this little LCP II. Little 380 of doom right here. This thing is one mean bad mamba jamba, or that's what we're hoping, right? First, we're gonna test out these little 90 grain FTXs. They have proved to be pretty good little rounds. I think they're a lot like the XTP, but with a little polymer tip. We've got 4 gallons of dihydrogen monoxide that we're gonna first do a penetration test on. It's not too shabby for a little guy like that, right? Yeah, clearly the 380 isn't good enough for anything, right? So it expanded that jug out. Now I understand it is a 380. It's got the limitations the 380 has, but this is not something to shirk at. So went through that one. Entered here, I would be shocked and amazed if it went past this one. So the impact still bursted out here. Holy crap, it did. Made it through it. And went into the 3rd jug. Maybe. Good thing is, this is hitting right where I've been aiming. Punched a nice little hole right there. Still explode the jug a little bit. This jug had already been hit, so the water had places to go, but that's pretty dang good, I think, especially for 380. Oh, there we go. We got a little cranberry right there. Okay, looks like that's working. It punched through this one. I can tell we're in the 3rd one because we got this right here. So that's the 2nd jug, and that had been hit before, and it was the 3rd jug last time, but it came out there and should be into this jug right here, which it is. Now what's interesting, this is the jug we caught it in. It actually went through, and you can see that right there. Still hit the other side. That is fantastic. For 380, that's decent expansion. And it's excellent penetration. You know, this is not a main battle gun. This is a SGD little belly gun right here, doing what it needs to do. I have to admit, this gun has a little bit of size envy. If you notice, it doesn't say max up here. We'll let that thing work through its issues internally and keep doing some testing. For the ultimate and ballistic testing, what we have here is a little stress toilet right here, okay? And we're gonna see what happens. It's gonna hit this stress toilet right here, the ballistic cardboard, another layer of ballistic cardboard, and a bunch of metal sheets. Just gonna see what happens. This is gonna be the real test right here. Well, as always, I missed what I was aiming for. So we're gonna set that back up. They're not stacking straight. We're gonna see if I can actually hit it this time. All right, the phone is running out of batteries. So now that I didn't videotape it, we did hit that with dramatic effect right there. So actually, this would be the entry right here, and there's your exit. Well, we got a nice direct hit on the plate. It did not penetrate that, but it did make some nice damage all throughout it. This is from the one that glanced. So about 5 of those plates. Nice expansion, extreme expansion. Some of these little bits, I don't know if they're from this one or from something else. And we got our little elastomer tip. All right, now I'm not sure, and I can't prove it, but I'm guessing that this caused some expansion to start happening. When we shot this without hitting the magical toilet first. We are getting a little bit better penetration through the metal. So we have one hole right there. That one it cracked. And then we get the same kind of denting on down the line. Just a little more penetration on that. So I think it is safe to say that this did have an effect on that bullet. So I think this was from 6 meters. I should have tried to remember, but I don't quite. All right, so for here, I didn't get this on film because everything died, but at about 10 meters, I was aiming for the middle of this white sticker right here. I don't know, first 6 or 7 shots that I fired, I should have marked them, but I didn't. I was taking my time, and then on the last 6 shots, I was pulling the trigger fairly quickly. And as you can see, it just kind of resulted in a little string down and to the left. I did another 10 shots, aiming for this top triangle right here. I was doing something right on 3 of those shots, but on all the others, I was down to the left and a little bit low. Leaves a little sketch on the casing. And I remember Uncle Jim having a video. I gotta go dig through it and see. I hope that wasn't on Uncle Jim 1, but how to fix that. That actually was more pleasurable than shoot than I remember last time I shot one of these. So I am really digging that gun. Now that we're back here out of the estate, we're gonna take these little 380s, these little 90 grainers, and we're gonna weigh these out. That one's actually coming in at 90.1, so we had no weight loss on this one right here. Now these ones don't really count. And I can't remember which little cranberry went to which one. But that's got 90.3, 90.2. And that one lost 10 grains. These ones weren't really telling, but it is interesting to see how they turned out. So the report back on this little LCP II, the trigger was surprisingly nice. So we gained 1/10 of an inch on that. I guess it's actually 0.355. So just a hair more than 1/10 of an inch. You know, it might not be the greatest combat round in the whole wide world, but when stuff's going down, this could save your life. It could become an equalizer. It's the first time running this. I ran about 25 of the Magtech, just full metal jacket rounds. I guess I ran 13 of the Critical Defense rounds. And the only malfunction I had is a failure to feed. And it was on the Hornady. And I'm not sure what that was, but I didn't have any other issues. For being a little tiny gun that's hard to hold in your hands, it wasn't too bad. Now these are pretty snappy little pistols. I am really enjoying this little pistol. That was a pleasure to shoot. Trigger wasn't too bad. For its intended purpose, I think this pistol is just about perfect. Thanks for coming along the ride with me today, and keep your stick on the ice.